National Speedway, and then we're going to run an IndyCar race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And thanks for checking us out. I'm going to cue up some music. Qualifying will start here in about a minute. And if you got anything and want to talk any sports gambling, throw it up in the chat. UFC 252, great of time, great event.
Get right at you. Also, if you notice, I have updated some of my overlays, just trying some different stuff here. Gonna see how it works out. What? Time to qualify. Try and run a couple of good laps here at Michigan, see what kind of speed we can get. In practice, I was running the high line, so really kind of put me in an odd spot. I'm too busy playing with my mouse, so I'm going off track. And I'm going to get black flagged for unsafe pit exit, most likely there. I'm too busy playing around with multiple things instead of focusing on the task at hand.
The showing is the black flag. You didn't exit the pit safely. We have a stop and go penalty.
I think that's going to pretty much throw us out of qualifying altogether, given how slow I started.
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
I stopped, I went. Hopefully that satisfies the penalty and my second lap counts. We'll see. Doesn't seem to have cleared it up fantastic. So qualifying is just now all for naught. We'll be starting in the dead back of the pack, and already in fourth gear. I was like,
One more lap.
not at all happy with that corner, so we'll see what that pans out to and what that does for us.
You need to serve that black flag. All right, there's the checkered flag.
And see, it didn't even count my time. So that was a waste of time. But what are you going to do? First time checking us out, make sure you like, subscribe, or follow, depending on which format you're watching this on. Appreciate the support. As always, throw up any questions you got about iRacing, regular racing, any of that, up in the chat. Be more than happy to answer those for you. Also, more than happy to talk any sports gambling you may have as well. Actually, so I start fourth from the back. I'll start 21st, which I hate. I'd much rather be on the outside, but we'll get through this. We'll get to Indy. We'll have a good time there. Have some fun at Indianapolis, the legendary Indianapolis Motor Speedway. See what I can do there.
Got you. Copy. That's the game that isn't velocity.
What on earth is this song? Oh, fantastic.
Catch up, 8 car. Catch up, 35 car. Catch up, 4 car. Catch up, 3 car.
Oh, apparently no. I'm 21st out of 27. It's supposed to be the rock channel. I don't know what this song is, but it...
Catch up, 4 car.
Hey, okay.
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off. Catch up, 4 car. Green flag, green flag. Outside. Outside is clear.
Number 3 just decided to start from the pits, so that'll be... Early on, I'm going to try and run the middle groove, not go too high too early, and then try and use that extra momentum to propel me through when the inevitable wreck happens. But despite all the idiotic shenanigans on the takeoff and the getting the grid up, seemed to actually settled into some pretty clean racing. Unfortunately, I just used up some tires there that I didn't plan on using up.
I have fallen way out of touch with the pack. I just don't seem to have the speed. Right now we still have 15 laps, so maybe my comfort running the high side and the tires I may save will pay off at the last 10 laps. We will see, and there goes one way off the track. Sure, he'll be fun as he comes back up.
Sorry, man.
It took about 3 laps for people to start biting the dust, but that was inevitable.
Car inside. Clear.
Now I've got this blinking idiot in front of me, which I need his draft. I can see cars wrecking in front of us, but
Really on the straightaway, man? Car inside.
Sorry about that, man.
Clear.
yeah, I've just given up way too much speed running the high side. That's the one issue I have with iRacing is it does not calculate the high side momentum very well. Like, it causes you to just erode because you're taking the long way around. It doesn't calculate for the fact that you're going to get so much better drive off, you're going to have so much more speed, etc., etc. It's just...
Low car up high. Go low.
One thing I hate about Carburetor Cup is all the guys just spinning around everywhere they can. Gonna hit that wall. Or dive to the bottom, throw it into third gear, get some speed back up. Gonna get overtaken here by a couple guys.
Outside. Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
Oh, he's
Clear
gonna...
outside.
This has not been a fun ride at all, but what are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. Some races you just suck because you jack up qualifying like a big fat stooge, and then your tires get eaten up because the sim doesn't calculate for the high side momentum correctly. What are you going to do? You ride it out, 10 more minutes, and you go to Indy.
Slow car ahead. Go high.
Sorry about that.
Guys, I just let him know I knew it was gonna happen.
Great job. 10 to go.
Well, I got collected and messed left.
Just because you're on the inside doesn't mean you have a
We're just in Never Never Land here, all by ourselves, not doing anything productive. Next to last car on the lead lap. Last car that I don't think's been involved in an incident on the lead lap.
I had to check up a little too much. I think I lost the track.
Pretty soon here, I'm just gonna go run some IndyCar practice to get my car handling a little better for that, and call it a day. Because how much? 10:06, 7 laps. We'll finish this out. 8 laps.
Those fresh tires must feel nice.
Five to go.
See how many walls I can bounce off the rest of the way with my worn out ass tires. Have some fun with this mess. I'm literally sitting here riding around by myself.
Slow car ahead. Go high.
Spun out by himself on a straightaway. Must have given up. Definitely have damaged that right front fender. I can see that through the windshield now. And I still don't care. Gonna damage it again. One thing I will say is I expect the IndyCar races to be a little better this week,
2 left to go.
since
2 to
all
go.
of the NASCAR drivers will be back to NASCAR this week.
White flag, white flag.
We're just going to call this a day. This was a miserable experience. And I tried to do the one thing I could do, which was take out the leader just to make it fun for the rest of the people. Luckily, I didn't because I don't want to be that guy. But I'm just over this race. We're going to go to Indy. Get that taken care of. Have some fun there. That'll be the fun racing, so stick around for that. As you can see here, when I get the little bit of gray screen, see all my socials there. Jason Benicki on Instagram and Twitter. BFS Entertainment on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for checking us out. Really appreciate it. Don't want to mess with that. Gonna move that back down, and we will get over to Indy here. Run a few practice laps before I have to qualify, just so I can play with setup a little bit and get ready. And like I said, thankfully there will be no NASCAR drivers over there this week, and I can have some fun. Again, if it's your first time checking me out, thank you very much. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you give us a like, a follow, or a subscribe on the channel where you found me at. All of those are BFS Entertainment. BFS stands for Big Fat Stooge, because as you can see from my big fat face, I'm a big fat stooge. I don't know why I did that. Let's get me to the race and let's go. Also, if you want to ask any questions about iRacing or any of that, throw them up in the chat. If you have any suggestions for any other games you'd like to see me play, throw those in the chat as well. I did download Fall Guys this week, so I will be playing that sometime later. This week, I've just got to get my 2 races in at Indy for the point standings, because the season is almost over for the iRacing season, and we are still on the first place of standings. We want to be in that top 20 come the end of the season. Just because it's my first season, that'd be a pretty nice accomplishment, I do have to say so myself. Also, yep, just wanted to make sure that was going through. Let's play around with settings a little bit, see what we can get for some speed. 39.
Clear.
39.7 so far is about the fast speed. Okay, yeah, I like this setup. 6 on the front roll bar, 1 on the rear, plus 6 on the weight jacker to start. That's going to be the setup to start the race. Yeah, daddy likey. I don't know what it'll do speed-wise. That was a terrible lap. They're running 39.7s.
Car stopped up high. Go low.
But again, I don't know if those were in the draft or what. It's always hard to tell what lap speeds are here and what they're doing.
Let's be honest. How do you see anybody running into that hole?
That's not going to be a good lap either. Particularly if you hit the wall. I've got a drivable car. I don't really know what the speeds will be like. Oop. Doesn't matter. It's time to go race anyways. So we did put up the 13th fastest lap out of at least 24, 25 who were in practice session, so we were at least mid-pack. See what that gets us come qualifying here. Before I forget, before qualifying starts, I need to turn up the chat just a little bit more, a little quieter than I wanted. I'm gonna give it a little bit more boost. I wish I could figure out a way to turn down the oh, there's what I'm looking for. Oh, go and turn that up just a little bit more. I just realized I basically dropped it inaudible. There we go. That should give you a nice quiet. And I just realized we're starting to get some of that god-awful Xfinity internet drop through again. Fantastic. It hasn't been as bad as usual. So apparently somebody must be listening to my hatred of their Xfinity gaming, Xfinity upload speeds. Hopefully they will get that fixed. There's just zero excuse for them to only offer like 10 megs per second upload when you got 200 plus down. Just inexcusable, Xfinity, inexcusable. But hopefully you can figure it out. Given the length of laps around Indy, I'm just going to wait till there's about a minute into qualifying to start qualifying, just so I give myself a little extra time. Don't want to miss a good qualifying lap here at Indy just because I waited too long to get out onto the grid. So I won't wait the normal 90 seconds that I would at a track where the laps are a little bit shorter. Although I guess we'll still do it at a minute, give or take. Should get most people through their first lap or close to through their first lap, and then we can see what we got going. Thanks again for checking out Big Fast Stooge Entertainment. Hopefully this has been entertaining. If there's something else you would like to see me play, something else you'd like to have me talk about, throw it up in the chat. Be more than happy to see what ideas you got out there. Meantime, let's hit the grid. Let's get this all set up the way I want it. Let's get out here and turn 2 quick fast laps and try and see how far up the grid we can get ourselves.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
That's the other thing I forgot to adjust, my fuel ratio. Don't want to forget that part. 30. Ah, dang. I was... And my qualifying run's over before I even got started. Well, maybe not. Let's not go to 8. That'll basically kill the engine. Maybe since I hadn't taken the green flag, it let me reset my car. I didn't know that did that. It'll cost me some safety rating points, but that doesn't matter at this point. I have my license that I barely use. All right, we're going to take some weight jacker out of this because despite what it was like at qualifying practice, car is super oversteering. Oh, wow, was that car got dealing with some oversteer. Not sure why I'm letting off the throttle here. That's just going to kill my lap speeds.
One more lap.
Terrible corner. Looks like we're going to have a terrible qualifying run out of this. Yep. 46 and a 48. Not remotely what we were looking for. Low on gas now, so we're not even going to mess around with that. Already had a bad enough qualifying run, no reason to compound it. Yeah, we've qualified 15 out of 16th cars who qualified. Not going to be a good start. Going to be plenty of opportunity to come up through the field, though. As always, Indy gives you opportunity for that. And it is now time to grid up. So let's get out there and do what we got to do.
1 lap to green. You'll be lining up on the inside. Pit road is closed right now.
We're going to start with a fairly safe one. And, of course, then we have 8 cars who don't qualify. I do that occasionally when I know I'm going to be bad at a track. And, of course, the wonderful Xfinity glitching is happen. But I hate when people do that. They're trying to earn kudos or things of that nature for... There's a award for driving up from the back of the field to the front of the field. And Xfinity, you are going to be the bane of my existence. I hope someday I can be somewhere where there's fiber internet, so I don't have to deal with these ridiculous upload speeds and all of these problems. Ooh-wee. But yeah. No processor cores over 50% usage. RAM's just barely over half usage. GPU's not even going anywhere. Sorry, I'm just looking at some of my specs just to make sure when my computer getting bound up. It's not. Temperature's a little higher than it's normally been running. Right now it's running about 74. But got as high as 83, which is about as high as you want it to get. So we're getting ready to go green. Let's get out here. Let's get our lap done and hit the track.
Catch up 2, car.
We got 60 laps here, Indy.
Hey, 13, you're blinking a little bit.
I was really, really disappointed they're not running another Indy 500. Given that this is the week of the Indy 500, they ran it instead during the traditional Indy 500 week, and I hadn't quite got my IndyCar license at that point. So unfortunately, that didn't happen. Would have loved to have streamed one of those 200 lap marathons for you, but 60 laps here is still pretty good run. We're definitely gonna have to make one stop, possibly two for fuel. Just one. We should be able to split this in 30-30.
Catch up 7, car.
And see, I've got one of these idiots behind me who didn't qualify, who's now surge pass, like he's accomplishing something. That's why as soon as we go green, I'm going to drop to the right, let some of these idiots go past and settle in for the run. See what we got here.
Get ready, going green. Post car is off, time to do your job. Green, green, green. Catch up 7, car.
I'm waiting for you to go to Pierre.
Car inside. Stay high. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear.
There we go. Got 3 of them past me. I should be able to settle in where I'm at. Make my run.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file. Closed, pit road is closed. Catch up 14, car. Catch up 12, car. Catch up 14, car.
Well, that didn't take long.
Gotta win, right?
Definitely winning that.
Better pay attention to track. But again, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, make sure you give us a like, follow, or subscribe, depending on where you're watching. We are streaming this live right now on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. All 3 of those accounts are BFS Entertainment. I am the Big Fat Stooge in BFS. Thanks for checking me out. Now we get to settle in for, hopefully it's a quick caution. Hopefully it's only 3 laps. But even the quick ones,
This one I ran, we didn't have a caution until over 20 laps.
been averaging 4 or 5 laps for cautions, but
Badly.
as long as these runs at Indy are, hopefully they decide to go with quickie cautions. It can be open. We ran 1 lap.
So I apologize if I hit you. I had no idea where you're at.
Catch start 14, car.
That's a horrible feeling. Now, granted, it's 1 lap, so
Catch start
not
14,
really much
car.
happening. But when you see a good group of cars behind you just dive in, is even with 1 lap, it's a lonesome feeling. And Xfinity, I hate your internet.
Catch start 14,
I swear to God, if I ever get a better option where I live, I will drop you like a Kardashian dropping a basketball player who's no longer averaging a double-double. All right, they are going 3-lap cautions at least, so that's good. At least this won't take an eternity. I mean, it's almost 2 minutes a lap under caution here anyways. So you already lose, over doubles the pace with only 60 laps. Hopefully, it keeps there from being too many caution laps. We'll see. It's always up to the drivers themselves.
Catch start 14, car.
And once this is done, I'm killing this stupid fly that flies into the screen all the time.
Let's catch up, guys.
Where are we going, Ken?
Catch start 14, car.
Good question.
The people who want to...
Just can't stand to miss anything, you know?
luckily, we've still got like 4 more minutes of caution, so I don't think we'll miss anything.
Yeah, that's for sure.
One lap to green.
Just because I'm bored, you blinked 27 times on a caution lap right there.
That is bored.
Catch start
You're
14,
counting how
car.
many times somebody's blinking. Now, granted, it does tend to happen more under cautions than green, but 27 is still excessive.
Catch start 14, car. Catch start 14, car.
Our few ratio set back to where it needs to go. Get ourselves back into first gear.
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off. Green, green, green.
All right, that was some fun there. We are getting some real speeds here.
Car inside. Clear. The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Catch up, 19 car. Catch up, 19 car.
As you see my hands twitching there, that's because I'm adjusting my fuel ratios. 7's race with a smooth acceleration profile.
You either
8
get
gives me
behind me or go to the pits, dude.
my fuel saving.
I had no idea where you are.
Pit road's open. Catch up, 19 car.
Might as well go in, get some tires, get some fuel. Get us a little clear of the chaos. And then we overshoot the pit box, of course. And again, Xfinity upload speeds suck. So they're glitching like crazy. Fantastic. They drive me nuts, Xfinity.
Line up, single file. Catch up, 16 car.
So we're what, 14th, 15th, and now we'll be 19th. Not a big give back here. Go get some fresh tires. Fly, you are going to die. Once this race is over, you're driving me nuts. Again, thanks for tuning in. This is IndyCar racing at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You might be confused because all you keep seeing us do is pace laps. So, seems to be a little confusing there in that fact that you see more pace laps than more racing itself. But if you have any questions about iRacing, about any sports you want to talk, anything in general, just throw it up in chat. Be more than happy to talk. Love talking sports. Getting ready to start fantasy football season back up again. Very excited about that. Anybody else excited for fantasy football season out there? Let me know your favorite team name that you've ever had, and I will share with you mine. Again, this is BFS Entertainment.
First time checking us out, thank you very much. If you're coming back, thank you again for tuning in. And as always, give us a like, follow, or subscribe, depending on where you're watching it, as we are broadcasting live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Gaming as we speak.
Catch the 16 car. About to go green, stay focused. Post car is off. Catch the 16 car. Green flag, green flag.
Got a shift there, but when nobody's going in front of you, you're a little more focused on not running people over than anything.
Outside.
I'm gonna let this guy go since he seems to be
Outside is clear.
a little intent on trying to dive bomb under. I'm just gonna let him go. It's too early for that jazz. One position at this point ain't making or breaking the race. He can have it.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the 21 car.
Igor, park that mother, dude. I have no idea where you are. It's hard to race, dude. Park it. I guarantee you blinked 30 times in a lap.
What's this guy behind in front of me so far behind the bag?
Pit road's open.
I don't even know what this jazz is, but I love it. Far more than I love this crappy Xfinity upload speeds. I swear to God, Xfinity has the worst internet service. Any major provider. Hate when I get too close to the wall, but what are you going to do? Luckily, I'm at the back of the pack anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
All clear. Punch it. They want you in single file. Catch the
I don't know what they think it would cost them to even just go to 50 megs per second upload. Like, they've never heard of anybody uploading content in the modern, in 2020 world. Oh, no, Xfinity doesn't think so. They just think you want to stream Netflix. That's all. It's abysmal. It's abysmal customer service and abysmal model. And this is why I won't ever subscribe to cable ever again, because this is the crap they get away with. They can just put this rubbish internet out here, and it doesn't, you know, and we have no options. There's no competition. There's no other people putting internet in the inner city. So you get what you get. So Xfinity, AT&T decides that fiber is really worth it around here. Otherwise, they offer me a fraction of the download speed that Xfinity does.
one lap to green.
This Chris Claude must have been involved in some sort of incident earlier. It's the only thing that explains the amount of time he's spending on pit road. Xfinity, I hate you. I hate you with every ounce of my being, and I hope every executive at Xfinity who's involved with the decision to give us abysmal upload speeds ends up catching gonosyphilia herpes. Because that's how much I hate you. You deserve essentially every treatable STD and one all-combined super bug.
Catch the 16 car. Catch the 16 car. Catch the 16 car.
That's a little earlier than I usually like to. So I thought that was corner 4. Here we are.
Get ready, going green.
Oh well. A little bit of fuel there ain't gonna hurt anything. But again, appreciate you checking us out. Getting ready to go live. Hopefully we can get more than 5 laps of racing here for you.
Green, green, green.
I keep missing the shift here at the start. That's never a good thing. Already lost a second on the first lap. What a fantastic start. And made up a half second there as they're racing, which is that was a terrible entry into that corner. That's going to cost me some good time. So I get 2 or more of the entries I was looking for. Oh. Not what you want to do at Indy. Rubbing a wall, not good. Although my steering is mostly straight, so that's good. Definitely cost us about a half a second. Doesn't seem to have upset the handling, so I must have just lightly kissed it. Cost me almost a whole second by the time I got the car settled and up to speed. Now we settled into a decent green flag run. Not that you can tell because of Xfinity's garbage internet. Has just got it choppy, 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 because Xfinity upload speeds like dogs' buttholes. That's why.
can race, Igor. I don't care, Anthony.
I just thought I could survive the 13.
So I've settled in. I'm kind of holding steady considering I have no drafting help like the rest of these cars do. So kind of on my island here, giving up a little bit of speed every lap. But fully anticipate that we'll have another caution here before too long.
The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file. Closed.
Knew that was gonna.
Closed. Catch the 16 car. Catch the 19 car. Catch the 16 car.
This puts us in an interesting place right now, to be honest, because it's going to be very close on fuel mileage. So what I'm going to try and do here, I'm going to wait till there's one to go in pit. Get all the gas I can as late as I can.
I don't get it.
That was weird.
I think this is 1 week to avoid this series.
The pit road is now open. Catch the 16 car.
Two races tonight, crashed out, was taken out in both of them.
Let the 16 car by. Catch the pace car. pace car. Coming up on halfway.
For hack music, this ain't bad, but again, Xfinity Internet stinks. Then the absolute, then Fat Bastard. Xfinity Internet stinks worse than Fat Bastard.
One lap to green. They want you in single file. Catch the 18 car. Pass the 23 car. Catch the 18 car.
Oh, wait till we're coming off of 4 to shift down to 1 and to put my car into a fuel engine map 7.
Catch the 18 car.
And I will basically go into fuel saving mode right off the bat, because without cautions, if this goes green the last 28-30, it will become a fuel strategy race.
About to go green. Stay focused. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. You're in the top 10.
No, I'm not.
Inside. Clear.
Paul, pay attention. You want to get high, but you don't want to get that high. So here's the issue I run into by trying to run that fuel strategy, right? Now you can see I'm over a half a lap down. So if I didn't calculate their fuel right, then they might just run away from me. Now again, I fully anticipate most cars are going to be very close and either have to hit some fuel savings or, you know, actually stop for at least a splash, whereas I think I have saved enough to get me to the end. So we'll see how that pans out. And again, if we get another caution, then all bets are off. You'll see how now that I'm running solid laps, it gets me under 4 miles a gallon. 4 miles a gallon puts me at about 52 miles to go. With 20 laps, I'm at about 50 miles to go. And I conserved. And even by running a little slower, I'm conserving now over some of the guys that are running faster. Like I said, my whole strategy is now mapped on this whole thing going green and me just having gas that people don't have. Traditional Indy 500 strategy, nothing new. You know, that one extra lap will get me about an extra half a gallon that some guys don't have. And then again, some of my early saving will probably get me another quarter to another half, which here is about a lap and a half around the track, which is huge come the end of the race. Now, the downside is I gave up so much time on the track that even as they pit for fuel, they won't be too terribly far behind me. So if they get tires, they could easily run me down. So this is not necessarily a winning strategy as much as hopefully a top 5 strategy. But we will see as things go on how that plays out. We still have about 18 laps to go. And again, if this is your first time checking out Big Fat Stooge Entertainment, Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Go ahead and give us a like, a subscribe, and follow. If you are a returning viewer, appreciate your ongoing support. And share it with your friends so we can grow our audience and have some more fun when we do these streams. They have basically abandoned any attempts at saving gas. With the speeds they are running. So that gives me hope. And I'm on a strategy over the next 16 laps that'll pay off. As we have about 37.5 miles to go, and I have just a little over 40 miles worth of fuel. I don't think the rest of the guys will be able to.
I didn't think there was going to be enough room.
No, I found it wouldn't be fair for me to cut up and cut you off.
So I may have saved a little too much. We'll see. But again, at this point, we've made our strategy call. It's our bed. We're living in it. We'll see how many spots we can pick up by not having to pit when other guys do. That's really what we've committed to. It's not the funnest strategy, but it is a strategy, and it works at Indy. Every year, somebody rides that out to a finish they don't deserve. I'm hoping to be that person this time. Not what I meant to do. Meant to do that. Xfinity.
Got 10 laps to go.
I hate your upload speeds. I really do.
Xfinity, you are the scourge of the content creator community. I hope you know that. I hope you understand that we all hate your abysmal upload speeds. And that's why most people have switched over to AT&T or Google Fiber. And if I had either option, I would do the same. Got 6 laps to go, which is about 15 miles and about 17, 18 miles worth of fuel left. So I just don't see how most of the cars in front of me are going to make it. I don't think they have the fuel to get there. So my biggest hope is that this stays green. A good chunk of them have to dive to pit road. And I can pick up at least a handful of spots, assuming I don't hit the wall trying to give myself room to run high. Car in front of me has gone into an absolute fuel saving strategy.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
It's good because I got about 4 laps to go. So there should be a lot of guys diving for pit road here in the next couple laps, or a lot of guys running out of gas because, again, I engaged in a pretty aggressive fuel saving strategy to get me to the finish. I can't see any way that everybody in front of me did the same thing.
Two left to go. 2 to go.
Actually, I have 3.
Last lap.
I miscalculated fuel because now
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
I don't know how these guys made it all this way on their fuel.
Good win, Shane. Nice racing up front, dude.
Thank you, good race, everybody.
Didn't like the 4X, but they had to give it there to me.
I didn't have that much gas left. I don't know how all these cars made it. I have no idea.
Checkered flag.
Very frustrating, though.
Back to the pits. We're going.
Yeah, I agree with you, crew chief. We are going. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Check out BFS Entertainment. I am the Big Fat Stooge in BFS. If this is your first time checking me out, go ahead and give us a like, follow, and subscribe. You can see absolutely blowing strategy calls like this all the time. You can also see some fun races. I do have those from time to time. But I appreciate your support.